A morning at the seaside is always beautiful and holds so much magic. It is such a simple and mundane moment, and yet holds the power to give us peace. Reflecting on family as the year approaches the festive season is common, especially for those who either have no family anymore, are living far away from the family, or aren't part of the family of origin any longer. Those of you who watch my content regularly know that I am estranged from my biological family after they cancelled me at the time when my father passed away. My relationship with my family has been complicated for many, many years before that. Our differences in life and perception of situations became a constant friction, and my relocating to Scotland eased off a lot of the tension I felt before the move. Like every situation, mine was complex, and uncountable occasions led me to the decision that once my father, whom I was very close with, would pass away, I would depart from my siblings' lives. Little did I know that in the process of my father's illness and passing, my siblings decided that cancelling me was the best thing to do. I was deprived of information on his well-being and eventually on his funeral or any other decisions that needed to be made. Once I realized that there was intent in my siblings' actions, I kept my distance until my father's funeral, which was the last time I saw them. It was easy for me to move on after this. I knew that I would walk my path alone one day, but of course the cruelty in their actions at a time of grief hurt me deeply. My understanding of why I felt the way I felt in my family was further strengthened as the lack of empathy, grace, and tolerance had once more been on display. Now, over 7 years later, I live a very happy life, free from judgment, hurt, and tension. Moving on after my family cancelled me made me sad, but it also allowed me to thrive and lead a life of content. Hello everyone! We have just returned from our trip to the Highlands, and I would like to say thank you for all the well wishes with regards to our wedding anniversary. We had a wonderful, magical time as per usual, and I have a lot of footage to go through and create some vlogs for you and share the beauty with you. I had worked on this video before though, as the subject of family has resonated with all of you so much on my channel. And I thought, we are approaching this time of festivities and Christmas, and this is a time where family comes more to the foreground and people have issues with their family. And as you know, I am estranged from my family for quite some time now, and I was cancelled by my siblings at a time when my father fell ill. So I was left out on information. When the funeral took place, I was not involved at all with any of this. But I also knew that once my father has passed away, I will walk away from my family, as I had issues for so long. And when my father was still alive, I didn't want him to see that there is some estrangement within his children. So I kind of kept it together for those years and decided once he has passed away, that's my point to walk away. However, being cancelled was a very hurtful period for me. And I thought this is a good thing to share this with you, because there are people out there who have issues with their families and might feel alone in it, and you aren't, you really aren't. I also know that this is my side of the story. My family has their side of the story, and I'm sure their side will look different from my side, but I can only speak for myself here. I have had issues since my early or mid-20s, and I think the issue in my family was always the lack of respect and somewhat jealousy around, and no tolerance. I felt different often in my family. I wanted to do things differently, and that wasn't well received. Families should be filled with love and support and flexibility and tolerance, in my view. You don't have to agree with everything that other people do, but you can still respect and support it. And I would like to say that I have received some support in my family. It's not the case that they've never helped me or anything. That would be a lie if I said so. When my son was very young and I returned to work, my sisters took him during the week on the hours I was working, because I didn't have daycare at the time. So that is something to be fair and talk about as well. However, I have felt distant in my family for a very long time. When I moved to Scotland, things got better for me because I wasn't in the vicinity all the time. I was going regularly to see my father and therefore saw my siblings, but it was a very distant relationship at the time already. And that was also a choice by me. However, being estranged and being cancelled is not a nice feeling, and that has to be said. On the other hand, we have other methods to create a family. Of course, I have my husband, I have a son, so I do have a family. I also have my husband's family, who are very lovely. I'm only talking about my side of the family here. You can also have a family through friends or colleagues or a sports group or any activity. We can create a space of love and care through other methods than being born into a specific group of people. Of course, it is sad to say I am estranged from my family whenever I meet someone new. That's coming up as a topic, and I'm coming from a large family. But I am not sad about the estrangement anymore. That's a sad statement in itself somewhat, but it is what it is. I wish it was different, but it isn't. And everybody who has a loving family, I'm very happy for you. And for those of you who don't, I encourage you to just try and create a different sort of family from what we traditionally consider a family. I hope this helps you a wee bit in your situation. Let me know if you would like to, how your situation is at the moment, what you have experienced with your family. I think this is a lovely community that would listen and support, so please leave a comment. I hope you enjoyed the vlog so far. I will now send you back to the rest of the vlog, but before I do, please let me say that there are still some sets in my Etsy shop available. The bookmarks and the postcards that I had printed with my own art. It is whimsical and magical and autumnal as well. But every purchase will support the channel. You can also buy me a coffee if you would like to support the channel, or you can become a Patreon member, for example. I appreciate all your support, and I need your support to sustain my channel and to keep creating vlogs for you every week. I love doing so, but I do spend a fair amount of time and I need to support this channel. So thank you in advance for all your help. And now enjoy the rest of my video. Let me say goodbye now. Look after yourselves, and I see you soon. Tag baleef.